boobs are showing.
And I go like,
What?
oh my God. Hi everyone, it's Latavia Ariana here and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I couldn't really decide like what I wanted to actually do. I knew I wanted to have like a sit down talking video with y'all, but I didn't know what I wanted to talk about. So I got to thinking and I was like, ooh, I could do my most embarrassing moments. So I'm just gonna tell y'all about my most embarrassing times. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, and the way that I'm gonna be telling these stories, it's not gonna be in any particular type of order. Let's just go ahead and get into it. So the first incident happened when I was 16 years old and I had recently gotten into a car accident. When I got into the accident, they gave me a ticket and I had to have a court date for it. So me being 16 years old, I really didn't know anything about, like getting tickets, court dates, stuff like that, accidents, anything. So all I knew was that, okay, I gotta, go to my court date or whatever. So the day that my court date on, it was the day that I had school. So y'all, tell me why I was like, okay, it's court, so I gotta wear like formal wear. You don't have to wear formal wear to go to a court date for a ticket on getting into an accident. It's not that deep. It wasn't even that big of an accident. It was kind of like a little fender bender type thing. So why did I show up to school in a white button-down t-shirt? I had on a blazer and I had on some black slacks. So basically kind of like a suit type situation. Why would you go to school looking like that? Everybody's coming up to me all day long at school asking me, why do you have that on? Why you got that on? Why you got that on? And I'm just like, oh, I have a court date. Just saying it all confidently. Like, girl, you look silly. Why would you wear that? Like, what? And if anything, I should have just put this on after school or something like that, like after I got out of school, because I looked a mess. And I don't remember how my hair was looking, but this was when I was in about like 9th or 10th grade. So whatever it was ugly, had to have been. I just know it was. And I want to say I took it a step further and I decided that I was going to wear heels with this as well. So not only are you in school with a whole suit on, basically you got on heels too. Like, girl, come on now. But that's not even like the most embarrassing part, because that's already embarrassing. I look like one of the little weird kids that be running through the hallways or something like that. Like, anyways, if that wasn't the worst part, child, tell me why on my way to, like, I guess the bus stop or something like that. I really don't know where I was going because I don't think I was riding the bus at this time. Anyways, wherever I was headed to, child, there was like, in my school, there was like a little section where they had like rocks and stuff like that. Tell me why I was trying to walk. I was either trying to walk through the rocks or I was trying to run through the rocks. I don't know. Either way it went, y'all, I ended up falling and busting my ass. Why would you do that? And it's like, I was already drawing enough attention to myself because I have on this dang on suit and heels at school. Now you sitting over here falling. Girl, get up, stand up. Oh my gosh, like, that's not my most embarrassing moment, but like looking back, it's like everybody's seeing me. Everybody's just kind of looking at me like, what are you doing? Get like, what are you doing? So I just looked a mess. Like, too much attention was on me at the time. I was not feeling it. I was not liking it. So yeah. So this next one, I was in middle school at the time. I was in the 7th grade. In middle school, I was not popular at all. And I think it was really just because I wasn't like rich or anything. Not necessarily rich, but my mama wasn't paid like that, like some of the other kids' mamas was. So y'all, like when I got something new, I cherished it and stuff like that. So my mama, I remember she had just bought me a brand new outfit, y'all. So it was like this white shirt and it had like this little gold fringe detail all across like the front of it. That was the shirt. Then she had bought me some new capris, so I had like, you know, rolled them up at the little bottom or whatever, had me some little cuff jeans on, thinking that I'm cute. And y'all remember when like Toms was popular? Now my mom, she couldn't afford me no Toms. I couldn't get no Toms, but she had bought me some shoes that looked like Toms and they matched the outfit. So, you know, I get dressed for school, I'm ready, stuff like that. I go to school, everything. And at the time, I was in my gardening class. Yes, middle school, there was a class specifically for gardening. It was gardening / social studies. Don't ask me why, but this was the class. And in the gardening class, they had chickens. Now, I was never one of the kids who used to go get like the little eggs out the chicken coop or anything like that. It just wasn't for me. I wasn't doing it. So anyways, they had like either a group of kids or a specific student who would go over there and get the eggs out of the chicken coop each day. All right, and also, so in the gardening area, they also had like a little like picnic bench for you to be able to sit down at in front of like the garden. So it was like the little gardening area. In front of that is the picnic bench. And then at the very back of the gardening area was where the chicken coop was. So I'm sitting at the little bench and I'm talking to my two little friends at the time, whatever middle schoolers would talk about. I don't know, boys, hair, I don't know. I'm really not sure. So me and my friends, we just sitting there chopping it up or whatever. And out of nowhere, somebody just throws an egg at us. And mainly it got on me. So they threw the egg at me, but it's an egg, it's flash. So it got on my two friends as well. And I promise y'all, it looked like a scene out of like a movie or something like that, because I got up and I was like, oh my gosh. And I ran out of there and I ran to like the bathroom. It was so embarrassing. And then like to top it off, my mama just bought me this outfit. What is y'all sitting over here being childish, throwing eggs at me and stuff for? That is bullying. I'm gonna tell the principal. Like, oh my gosh. So y'all, I ran into the bathroom. My friends run. Well, they didn't run because I literally did get up and run. Like after I said, oh my gosh, I got up and ran. So my friends, they come in after me and we're all just in there cleaning ourselves off, and we're just like, you know, talking about the situation that just happened. Just saying, you know, like, why are they throwing eggs? Like, what are they doing? And mind you, the group of kids who threw the egg, it was like the popular kids, obviously. And me and my friends was not the popular kids at the time. You know, we just wasn't. So they was picking with us. So they threw the egg. We in there cleaning ourselves off, and we could have went back outside and sat at the bench, but I didn't even want to be outside anymore. Like, I just wanted to go back into the classroom. I didn't want to be in the garden area, none of that. So I just went back into the class and waited for the bell to ring so that we could go to our the next class or whatever. So I'm just sitting in there. I'm frustrated. I'm mad about them throwing the egg. And it's about time for the class to end. So obviously everybody that was outside is starting to come back inside now, and you know, trying to gather their things and stuff like that so we can go ahead and go to our next class. So as everybody's like walking in, this group of kids that sat there and threw this egg at me, they're mocking me as they're coming into the classroom. Like, what? As if y'all didn't already do enough. So they're mocking me. They're just like,
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
that is so mean. That is so mean to do that to somebody. Like, if it wasn't already bad enough that y'all threw the dang on egg at me, now y'all sitting over here mocking me for how I reacted to y'all throwing the egg at me. Like, I'm sorry, what was I supposed to say? Like, oh no, it's good, G. Like, what did you expect from me? Like, I'm so sorry. But I hated them kids. They was some bullies. They didn't like me. Like, it was just a mess. Just, ugh. But it was embarrassing because it's like y'all threw this dang on egg at me in front of everybody. Like, who raised you? Like, seriously. Ugh. Oh my gosh. And I said I wasn't really telling these in any specific order, but now that I'm thinking about it, it's the ones that I have next, they're gradually getting more and more embarrassing. Okay, so let me set the scene for this one, y'all. So how old was I? I was 21. This was last year, and I was working at Walmart at the time. I was a digital shopper. So basically all I did was go through and pick all the groceries that people have ordered, and I would bag them up and take them to the back room, and there was another group of people who would actually take the groceries out to the car. So yeah, that was my job. And at this job, it was super duper easy, super duper laid back. I was cool with a lot of people up there. Everything was chill. So me being me, I was always on the phone every single day while I was at work, while I'm, doing my job. I'm over here shopping, I'm on the phone, and I didn't get in trouble for it. I'm surprised that I didn't, but they ain't saying nothing, so oh well. I used to be on the phone every day at work when I was working at Walmart. So I remember one day in particular, I was on the phone with my best friend at the time, heavy on at the time, but so I was on the phone with her at the time, and I wasn't really paying attention. So I'm on the phone doing my job, just chilling, everything like that. And there was this girl that I worked with. She don't really need a name, it's not necessary, but she was cool. She was a really cool girl. So here I am, la-di-da-di-da, just working, whatever, and out of nowhere, oh, mind y'all, let me throw something in there real quick for y'all who don't know me. I scare easily, I scare extremely easily. I just wanted to throw that in there. So anyways, back to what I was saying. I'm just working, I'm on the phone right now about whatever it is that we just talking about that day. And the girl, she comes up behind me and she grabs me and she kind of tickles me. So she goes on my waist and she kind of tickles me like this. And I jump. And y'all, when I jumped, I farted. That is so embarrassing. So she kind of jumps and I'm like, oops, oopsies. I don't even know if she heard it. If she did hear it, she pretended as if she didn't and she ignored it, because that was so freaking embarrassing to fart in one of my freaking coworkers. And I really wasn't trying to. It wasn't my fault. She wasn't supposed to be back there. Or they're trying to scare me and stuff like that. It wasn't my fault. Girl, get from behind me. Yeah. I don't even remember how I reacted to her, because I was so worried about dang, did she just hear me fart? Oh my gosh. Y'all, I got two more, and I slick don't even want to tell these last two because they pretty bad, y'all. Oh my. Alright, so boom. I am in high school at the time. I was probably in the 11th grade or the 12th grade. High school that I went to is not the same, it wasn't in the same area as the middle school that I went to. So I didn't really, majority of the people that I went to high school with, I did not go to middle school with them. But there was one guy in particular that I did end up going to middle school and high school with. Me and him, we ended up having a class together. So he comes into the classroom and he has his phone out, right? And he's showing me a picture of this little girl. And I'm looking at the picture, I'm like, I don't know who this is. I don't know who this ugly ass little girl is. I'm just keeping it real with you. I really don't know who this little girl is. So he's still showing me the picture. He didn't say anything when he came up to me. He just came in the classroom showing me the picture, and I'm just looking at it. I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to be looking at? Am I supposed to know her? Y'all, why was the little girl that he was showing me? It was a picture of me. And I didn't even recognize myself. I did not know that I was that dang on ugly when I was in middle school. When me and him were in middle school, we had a teacher who used to like to make videos at the school and stuff like that. So there was one video where it was kind of getting ready for the benchmark or getting ready for ACTAP and stuff like that. And it was cool, and stuff like that. So they used to have he used to just be recording videos and things like that at the school. And I forgot that I was in one of them. And that was where he had got that screenshot from.
I want a teacher who respects us.
Y'all, this is a memory that I had completely forgotten about. And I had to go back and actually watch the video of myself because I'm like, there's no way that this is what I was looking like. So let me come back to the present day for the story. So he's showing me the picture and I'm looking at it, and it finally clicks in my head, and I'm just like, oh crap, like that's me. Like this is actually like a picture of me that he's showing me. Y'all, why did I yeet his phone across the room? Yeeted his phone across the freaking room. This man ain't have no case and no nothing on his phone at the time. And I like yeeted that shit all the way across the dang old classroom because I was like, oh my gosh, like I hope you're not going around showing people no picture of me looking like this, because that is not me. That's not me no more. And I know y'all thinking like, girl, it really wasn't even that bad. But if you see what I look like now and you see the picture of me or the video of me, then you're gonna be like, oh, okay, I see what you're talking about. So yeah, to me, that was pretty dang on embarrassing, because why is you showing me little ugly pictures of me? And I couldn't even, like, the more embarrassing part for me was really the fact that I did not recognize myself. Like, it took me like a smooth like 7 to 10 seconds to actually realize that he was showing me a picture of myself. That's embarrassing. All right, and this last one, y'all. Ooh, this last one takes the cake for me. So let me go ahead and set the scene for y'all. I was in middle school at the time, and I wasn't popular in middle school like I already stated. And I remember there was this guy that I ended up having a crush on. He was this cute little Hispanic boy that I call myself feeling or whatever. It was like hot outside when I had started liking him. So it was one day, my mom and her boyfriend, my brother, he was gone, he was with his dad, and it was just my mom and my boyfriend, her boyfriend, and me. And they decided that, you know, they was gonna take me to Wild River Country. So, like I said, this is middle school, so I was probably like 12 or 13. When you're 12 or 13, you start going through puberty, so, you know, you start growing hair and stuff like that. So I remember, like, I needed to shave under my arms, my legs, my lady bits, all of that. So I told my mama, I was just like, Mama, I gotta shave, like, if we gonna be going to like a water park, because for some reason my mama would not allow me to shave. Like, why does it matter if I don't want to have body hair? So I go up to my mama, I'm telling her how, okay, Mama, if we going, I need to shave. She's like, what you need to shave for? You a child. What? I need to shave because I'm hairy as all get out. That's why I need to shave. And I remember the little swimsuit that she had bought for me. It was kind of like a little halter top, and it tied around my neck. And then it was kind of like a little skirt, but it was a really, really short, like mini skirt. So if it flew up a little bit, you gonna see this big bush between my legs flying out on either side. That ain't no sight that I really want to be showing people, whether I'm 12 or 13 or not. It really don't matter. Don't nobody need to see this part of me. Nobody needs to see me like this. And I can't raise my arms up if I want to get on none of the rides or something like that. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned, but Wild River Country was a water park. So that's why I needed to shave. She did not give me permission to shave. So what did I do? I had to put my little swimsuit on with these big bushes underneath my arms and this big bush between my legs. And I had to go to Wild River Country looking like that, y'all. So I tried to, you know, just forget about it, and I was like, whatever, cool, like, it is what it is. So we like getting on the rides and stuff like that. Everybody's having fun, everybody's enjoying themselves. And mind y'all, I had went by myself, so it was my mama and her boyfriend, but I was like the only child. So somewhere in there, we wound up like going on a few rides. And I remember my top, it kept like sliding down. For some reason, I don't know if I didn't tie it up tight enough around my neck or something like that, but it kept coming down. And I'm a kid at the time, so I'm not really worried about like, oh, like my clothes malfunctioning or anything like that. I'm just here to have a good time. So I remember there were several occasions where my mama had to come up to me and fix my top because it kept sliding down. All right, so cool. We go and we got into something called like the wave pool. So the wave pool, it was just like basically a pool. Every couple of minutes they start like these waves. If you're towards the back of the pool, the waves are stronger, you know, they're going up higher, they're like, it's more of a wave. Towards the front of the pool, it's like a little ripple. It's barely anything going on, obviously. So my mom and her boyfriend, they ended up floating somewhere back towards like the back of the pool, like where the other waves are. And I'm just kind of like sitting up against the wall, and I'm just chilling. I ain't doing nothing. I'm not swimming because I can't actually swim. So I was just sitting in the pool, just, you know, having my cool little time because we had already been on a bunch of rides and stuff. So I'm just sitting there, you know, kind of like chilling. And I look over and I see my mom and her boyfriend, and they're trying to get my attention. They're trying to tell me something, but we're too far apart, so I can't actually understand what it is that they're trying to tell me. So I kind of like brushed them off. I'm like, if it was that important, she would actually come up to me and let me know what it is that she's trying to say. She didn't do that, so I was like, all right, it must not be important. Cool, whatever. So once again, still just sitting there in the pool, just chilling, minding my little business. And out of nowhere, y'all, everything started moving in slow motion. Like, I shit you not, everything's moving in slow motion. And there's a girl who starts running towards me, and she's like, literally, this is how it was.
Oh my gosh, your boobs are showing.
And I go like,
What?
oh my gosh. Everything's moving so much. I'm like,
What?
and I look down, and my whole chest is out. My little boy chest, my little chi-chis, my little A cups, my little in heels, my little skeeter bites. They are out. They are out for everyone to see. Somehow, I guess the little ripples had made my shirt fall down, I guess, or my little halter top had fallen down. And I did not feel it. I didn't realize it, none of that, because the whole time that my shirt had been falling down while we were there, I didn't realize it. I didn't feel anything. I thought my shirt was still on, which is weird because it's like, how you don't know that your whole chest is out in front of everybody? Like, girl, what? So the girl, she runs up to me. She's telling me that my boobs are showing, all dramatic, like at that. I mean, I appreciate her because thank you for coming to let me know that my shirt. Oh gosh. Thank you for coming to let me know that my shirt was down. But like, I don't know. It was just a very dramatic scene. And mind y'all, so my mama, remember how she told me that I couldn't shave underneath my arms or anything like that? So my shirt is all the way down here. I'm sitting over here trying to pick the shirt up, but I don't want to raise my arms all the way up because the girl gonna see these two big bushes up underneath my arms. And I'm embarrassed about that as well. So I'm over here trying to like slowly raise my shirt up and tie the shirt back up around my neck without raising my arms up. It was so freaking embarrassing. So the girl, she's just standing there. I don't know if we were having a conversation or not, but I finally get my shirt on and she was like, you look familiar. And I was just like, like you kind of do too, because as I'm starting to actually look at her and pay attention to her and not look at my boobies out flashing everybody in the freaking wave pool, I'm like, dang girl, you do kind of look familiar too. And come to find out, I knew this girl. Me and her had went to elementary school together. It was her and her twin sister, and they were both there that day. It was so embarrassing, so embarrassing. So not only did I flash everybody that was in this wave pool, I flashed somebody that I knew. Like, what the heck? And then out of nowhere, something told me to just kind of like look out of the corner of my eye. Remember how I told y'all I had a crush on this little Hispanic boy? I look out of the corner of my eye, and yeah, you guessed it, the little boy was there. He was there. He literally saw everything. And as I look over at him, he's giggling. He's literally giggling. So he saw my little chest, my little skeeters, my little bitties. They was out, and he synced it. He synced it, y'all. So if it wasn't bad enough, like that I wasn't the popular kid at school, child, he really ain't gonna like me now. Like, I just flashed everybody, and I ain't even got no boobs for real. Like I got these little pyramid titties sitting on top of my chest, and I done flashed everybody. So it was so embarrassing. After that, I wanted to leave. I was ready to go. So after the girl had came up to me and I seen the boy and everything like that, finally my mom and her boyfriend, they show up. They finally show up. I understand that. Like, if you seen that my chest was out and I'm flashing people, why didn't y'all come up to me and let me know, hey, pull your shirt up, or help me pull my shirt up or something like that? So they finally come over and I told them I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I don't want to be here no more. I want to go home. No, I'm done with all of this. Let's go. Let's go. So they take me home and they're like laughing at me. They think that this is so funny. I didn't find it funny at all because I flashed everybody, including my crush and a girl that I knew from elementary school. No, how am I supposed to live this down? How? Just please let me know. And I promise y'all, it was a really long time before I went swimming again. I went swimming when we were in Texas. Let me stop lying saying I went swimming. I stood in a pool when I went to Texas back in 2020. I almost forgot about that part. But before then, baby, you hadn't seen me in no water no more. No, you terrified to get back into a pool after that. Like, and then to make matters even worse, when I got back to school, I guess this happened over like the weekend or something like that. So yeah, let's say it happened on the weekend. When I got back to school, the boy that I had a crush on, every time he saw me in the hallways, he just started pointing and laughing. I couldn't have just been some little random person from my school. It had to be my crush. Are you kidding me? Like, I don't even know what else to say about that one, y'all. So yeah, that was some of my most embarrassing moments. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to let me know how you felt about the things that I said in my embarrassing moments, let me know that. Or if you just want to let me know like some of your embarrassing moments, you can let me know that too. So yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Okay, bye guys.